Hello, I am Amna Sadaf and I am the student in the University of Hertfordshire. Today I will talk about the topic cofarm. First of all, I give the introduction. The cofarm foundation builds agroecological cooperative farms in the UK, which increases access to locally grown and sustainability produced food. Cofarm is motivated by a number of different things like it improve people's diets, protecting the environment, bringing people closer together, and also increases biodiversity. Co-farm food supplies approach differ from merchants, which feed the UK market with imported and the processed food. Now I will talk about the key concepts which can inform the governance of our living. Actually, when we are talk about the living, there are a number of different things which where people from different backgrounds may close together and they work together to develop new ideas and test new practices. The concept of agroecological emphasizes the need to integrate ecological, economical, and social aspects of farming. Actually, these values can inform the governance of our living land by ensuring that diversity perspectives are included in decision making. Co-farm aims to create a sustainable food system that prioritizes healthy nutrition and biodiversity. There are main two key concepts of the co-farm which can inform the governance of our living land. First of all, co-farm model of community farming involves active participation of the community members. This concept can inform the governance of our living lab by encouraging active participants from stakeholders. The second key concept is that it can also involve the distributed governance with decision made at the local level. This concept can also inform the governance of a living lab by promoting decentralized decision making. Creating a distributed state of community farming land actually represents a transformative change in the UK food system. Now, I will talk about the refinement of new sustainable technologies and practices. Co-farm model of agroecological community farming is based on the principles of sustainable agriculture, which can be a learning process for other farmers and other community members. The collaboration between co-farm and ecologists and social scientists from universities can facilitate the sharing of knowledge and the development of new sustainable practices. For example, the first pilot project, Come from Cambridge, could be seen as a living lab, a site where different stakeholders can experiment and learn from the implementation of new sustainable technological practices. Thank you.
Hi, this is Mohammed Haseeb, a student of MSc Environmental Management, University of Hertfordshire. My student ID is 22036079. Today I am here to represent my presentation on the entitled as co-form, and I am starting with the question number 2, and let's start. Focus on community question and adapting our local needs and the cultures can provide valuable insights into the design and refinement of sustainable technologies and the practices that are currently appropriate and socially acceptable. Development of new sustainable practices that prioritize the production of the nutrient-rich food and reduce the use of the harmful chemicals and the pesticides. The scaling up of co-farms model across the UK create a network of living labs where farmers Communities and researchers can learn from each other and refine sustainable practices that are locally adopted and culturally appropriate. Co-farm could create opportunities for the individual to learn from those who have adopted sustainable practices on the Living Lab and provide a platform for sharing knowledge and expenses as per social learning theory, providing autonomy, competence, and relatedness to individual within the living lab can increase the likelihood of behavioral changes in the real world. CoFarm could use social marketing to promote sustainable food producing and consumption by tailoring message to specific target groups and by creating incentives and the positive social forms that encourage the sustainable behaviors. And then we move to the question number three, by identifying and addressing the attitude, subjective forms, and the perceived behavioral content of individuals towards sustainable food production. CoFarm could use definition of innovations theory of the understand how different group of individuals uh, adopt sustainable practices and target early adopters with innovative sustainable food production practices by implementing small suitable changes in the environment or messaging with the living lab. Co-form could nudge individuals towards sustainable behaviors without them being aware of it. Communication for commercial benefits of projects and local food production can generate economic benefits for the communities such as job creation and increased revenue for the local farms. Co-farm can highlight these benefits to local authorities and the potential investors to uh, garner support for its community farming model. Co-farm's model of the community farming focuses on sustainability and the biodiversity, which can be communicated as positive environmental outcomes. This can uh, appeal to environmentally conscious consumers and policy makers who prioritize the sustainability and the reducing the carbon footprint of food productions. This is my way of presentation, and now I over to Mr. Husnain, and next is he. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Husnain Rafiq. I am student of University of Hertfordshire and my department is MSc Environmental Management. Here I will be discuss about the coforms and how can communicate commercial benefit to of project relevant one of the two case studies. Co-form focus on social inclusion and community cohesion can be communicated as positive social outcomes. This can appeal to individuals and organizations and interested in supporting social initiatives and community development. Co-form can foster partnerships with existing food retailer and distributor to again assist to wider customer base to overcome the inertia of the current social technical regimes of food supply and facilitate the transitions. And conclusions is the conclusion is to help more people in the United Kingdom have access to healthy, sustainably formed food grown close to home. CoFOM has organized has a network of agroecological community farms. The value driving co-farms include healthy nutrition, sustainability, social inclusion, community cohesion, and biodiversity. The challenge for COFOM is the scale of community farming project and the compete with the established food retailers. Thank you.